Welcome to today's transcript of Ryan and Verbov News. Let's get things started with the weather and traffic forecast from Verbov.
Thank you, Ryan. Today is 55 degrees and sunny. If you want to go outside, you certainly can. You can look for clouds later in the day. As for the traffic, everything's normal except for 213 and 202 where there are major backups. So we recommend staying away from those roads. So let's start by going to Ryan to see what he has to say.
We have some breaking news over in South Africa. The new tallest building on the entire continent of Africa has finally been completed. The new building rises 234 meters tall and consists of mainly condominiums and hotel space. It is located in the city of Johannesburg, which is located somewhere around the middle of South Africa. So that's a major accomplishment, since the last time a tallest building in Africa was built was back in the 1980s, when the Carlton Center, also in Johannesburg, was built. Anyway, let's turn over to Verbov News to see what he has to say.
We have some political news. Yesterday, on Super Tuesday, Sanders and Biden are one of the top running people with the most delegates, as Mike Bloomberg drops out. Many people feel sorry for him because he was the mayor during the September 11th attacks, and he was a good politician as well. So the only two biggest hopes for now are Biden and Sanders. We hope for more. We'll look for more in their next elections in the primary states. Now let's go to Ryan to see what he has to say.
We have some tech news. Apple, which makes the Macs and the iPads, is now rumored to be working on a new 14-inch MacBook Pro that would replace the 13-inch MacBook Pro in the same way that the 16-inch MacBook Pro replaces the 15-inch. Basically, the 16-inch MacBook Pro comes with a bigger display, thinner bezels, and also goes back to the traditional scissor keyboard rather than using Apple's faulty butterfly keyboard. Now, only the 15-inch MacBook Pro got a refresh that included these updates, so now the 13-inch is rumored to be getting one soon, which means the bezels would get thinner, so it would be a 14-inch screen, and the keyboard would go back to the traditional scissor design and be less faulty. We'll be sure to let you guys know more information once this new computer is released, but for now, this is all we know, and it's in the rumored stage. So now let's turn back to Verbov to see what he has to say.
We have some investigators news over at Arizona, where 3 people have been arrested for starving a 6-year-old kid to death by locking him up in a closet. Now that's pretty violent, I say. Now, these 3 are the prime suspects who locked him there, but they aren't sure why they did it. We'll learn more about the case later, but now let's go to Ryan to see what he has to say.
We have some more tech news. Google, the company well known for the search engine and Chrome browser, and that also makes the Pixel phones, has just recently announced a brand new software update patch for the Google Pixel 4 lineup. This software patch includes plenty of bug fixes as usual, but what's interesting about this software patch is that it includes a workaround to 3D touch. For those guys who do not know, back when the iPhone 6s came out from Apple targeted this feature called 3D touch, which basically required an extra layer in the display that could pressure sense how hard you press on the display and give you some extra functionality. Apple, however, recently removed 3D touch with the iPhone 11 series because they've instead relied on doing a lawn press to get the same functionality. Well, now, apparently, Google has just pushed an update that kind of gives another 3D touch workaround. However, it entirely is based on software. We're not quite 100% sure on how this works, since we don't have a Pixel 4 to test this out on, but basically, it seems to work similar to Apple's haptic touch, where a slight lawn press will allow for the same functionality. Now, this is a pretty interesting feature, and if we ever get to use it, we'll try to let you know how it compares to 3D touch. Now, let's turn back to Verbov News to see what he has to say.
We have some political news. The US keeps on weighing hospitals to coronavirus victims that don't have health insurance. The coronavirus, as you all know, is a worldwide epidemic that is currently infecting thousands of people, and scientists are not yet sure how to contain it. And so, countries from all around the world are doing their best to stop the virus, whether it's the government or the people. We don't know what the US government is doing, but that is a true step up in helping with the coronavirus. Now back to Ryan.
It is now time for 10-second trivia. Which of the following iPhone models was the best-selling iPhone in 2019? Was it A, the iPhone 11, B, the iPhone XR, C, the iPhone 11 Pro, or D, the iPhone 8? You have 10 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. If you said B, the iPhone XR, you are correct. Despite coming out in 2018, the iPhone XR still was the best-selling iPhone in 2019. With the second best selling iPhone also being an iPhone, the iPhone 11, not too far behind. The iPhone XR appeals to a wide range of audiences because it features the new bezel-less design while also not costing too much either. So, that's pretty cool. Dun dun dun. Unfortunately, guys, this is going to be the end of this episode of Ryan and Verbov News.
If you want to find out about more episodes, subscribe and click the link in the description below to go.
We'll see you guys in our next transcript tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.